My role with the Parents as Teachers program is to support the child's development and overall well-being of the whole family. I started with James and his family when he was about 2 years old, so it's been about 7 months now, and we started doing virtual visits, so I've never been in the home, and that's something different this year. It looks a little different with the family because we're doing it on Zoom, so that's virtual visits, and we're being very creative and getting the family involved, the whole family involved during our calls.
One thing I think is that it's very organic. It meets you where you're at, and I was very excited because we couldn't get help for speech therapy for a little boy. When I heard about the Parents as Teachers program and it was explained to me, I thought, I like this. This is something that we can do. I'm a stay-at-home parent, and I'm gonna embrace this as best as possible. When I got the workbook I was overwhelmed because I just looked at the size of it. But when I started leafing through it and I started seeing how it meets you where it's at, I think that's the best way. Is like, this is not necessarily the best program. We're gonna make this the best program for you and your child and meet you where you're at, what his needs are, what his strengths are. Not necessarily what his deficiencies are, but what his areas of opportunity are. And I think even the verbiage, when you see things like that, that makes you very hopeful. And that's what I liked about it, is that it was kind of customizable. It would meet you where you're at. I keep saying that because that's what it did for our child. It didn't talk down to him. It didn't allow us to be a secondary teacher. It allowed us to kind of, as a parent, wear that teacher hat, but also walk with them and learn as much. I learned just as much as James did. I feel I learned a lot.
The Parents as Teachers program is helpful to all families, regardless of need, but we are here to provide support and parenting strategies. Of course, we want to make sure that our kids are ready to go to school, and that's our focus in child development. But we are here to serve our families and our community and provide the support that's needed.
The parents' concerns at the beginning when we started was James's language skills. So they were concerned maybe he wasn't talking like he should at his age. So we were setting goals together each week, and Mom and Dad were really great about messaging me, texting me, telling me new words that he was saying each week and how they continue the learning with the activities that we do. It has been challenging at times because, as we know, technology doesn't always work, but the family's been very flexible and they really like the program. They've seen results, and their child is on the path to getting ready for school.
At the beginning, he wasn't saying any words, and he wasn't really comprehending what we were saying. And so now the comprehension is there now. So there was a point, even I think midway through, where I told Melissa, I feel like there's something wrong, and I don't feel that anymore.
The family skills is definitely commitment. I think when I think of this family, I think of that word because they're really committed to teaching their child and become their first teacher. One of the things, like I said before, is language. His vocabulary is growing so much, and he's now saying 2 to 3 words in a sentence, and he's approaching his 3rd birthday, so the parents are really excited. A lot of back and forth communication, requesting things that he never was able to say before. He was just pointing and using gestures. Now he's actually using words, and the parents are super excited to see that growth through the program.
But it's a huge difference in just a short amount of time that we've been doing this. I mean, he says his letters, his colors, directions, like he can understand us now. He's
teaching us as well. He's making us better communicators and more effective as parents with each other, because then we can communicate, say, this is something he accomplished today. Today he did this, and let me explain to you. She gets home from work and I explain that to her, and she'll tell me, oh my God, you're not gonna guess what he did. I caught it on video, and we'll share those moments with each other. And I say, did he learn that from you? No, but that was in the program. Remember, we talked about the blanket or some activity that helps him kind of jumpstart him in his communication. So it's been really fun in that sense that we're just very comfortable where he's at, and we're letting him grow at his own pace. You also see how it's also benefiting our 12-year-old as well.
Yeah.
In a very, you would think indirect, but no, it's in a very direct, tangible way, because then you see him try some of these techniques with us. Like, hey, I was thinking we could do this, and he's already leading off. He's not suggesting. He's kind of taking action and helping us do something as simple as just go outside with him and ride the bike.
I've seen a lot of growth with James, and I continue to see changes every week that I meet with them, either through phone calls, text messages. I see him communicating more, getting along with his sibling, having a stronger parent and child relationship. That's the most important thing, because I think at the beginning they struggled a little bit of how to just get down and play with their child and follow his interests. And just kind of playing and having fun with their child, and not put so much pressure on, the learning letters and numbers. That's gonna come later. He is already showing interest in letters. Actually, Mom, sent me a video of him, repeating some of those letters and imitating. So I see big growth for his future, and he'll be ready to start school.
I'm very comfortable where he's at. I don't have that fear anymore that he's behind. To me, he's on track, and he's doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing. I'm ready to see him interact with other kids, going to places to go play, or even the home visits with Melissa, to be able to, she's really good with kids. To see her be able to come in and actually sit down with him and have a visit that way would be great.
You can see that he's looking forward to more as we give him more activities. It makes us very proud of him that for the first year and a half of his life, he hasn't had all that interaction, yet he's still doing really well because of the program, because of the support that we're getting from Melissa. So, helps us a lot. And it just makes us hopeful.